It's December the 5th, which is right at the beginning of the normal rut in North Alabama. I'm going to some public land. Actually, I've never set in this spot before. I've got a camera in there right now. I really want to check before we get into next week. It's a Saturday right now, and I'm off pretty much all week next week for the rut. I got an idea of where I want to set up at. The big drainage coming off of a clear cut that's on private, but the drainage comes down on the public, and there's some really good hard transition lines, some thick pines, really good cover, and there's big deer in this area, and I know that for a fact. I'm super excited about this set. It's a long way. It's about 4.7 miles, I think, for me to get back there. So it's gonna be take me a little while to get over there because the fog is pretty thick. I'm imagining it'll probably take me close to an hour to get back there. And when you're in the kayak in the fog, in the dark and cold, that's an hour of like butt clenching, because it's pretty nerve-wracking being out there by yourself, especially when it's foggy. You never know when there's going to be a log in the water or anything like that, so it gets a little bit spooky just in that regard. But if nothing else, it's not a wasted trip because I really need to get this camera and check it. So I'm excited about seeing what's on there too. So you guys stay tuned. It's going to be a good morning. The rut's getting started here in North Alabama, and I'm hoping we get some action. All right, just got out of the water. My God, it's a long ways back here. I started at 4:30. You can see the sun's already coming up. It's already starting to get light. I gotta hike up this hill, but after that, it's really not that far to get where I'm gonna be at. Just try and take it slow. Man, this spot looks awesome. It looks really good. Passed a really fresh scrape on the way up here, just probably 50 or 75 yards behind me. Got some rubs on this ridge as well. It means the bugs are using this. I got the wind coming over this ridge, so I'm on the leeward side of the slope, and it's just nasty thick through here. And on top it's really thick, and then you go a little bit further, and there is a clear cut on the private land. So it's a good freaking spot. I'm excited about this set. I'm right on this transition line where it gets real thick, and it's a pretty hard transition, so it's a perfect spot for a buck to come cruising. It really is. Matt. I just had a mega giant in range. Dadgummit. knew she was hot. She was freaking getting dogged by him. I bet you I got pictures of him on that camera. Oh my God. I think I'm gonna be sick. I might be sick. He was absolutely huge. And I knew he was gonna be there. I could hear a deer walking back behind her, and her tail was up. And she was trotting, she was getting chased, and he was gonna come right by me. He did. He was right there at 50 yards. But I'm a freaking camera around looking at her while he's standing there freaking just waiting for me to shoot him. Dadgum.
Matt.
I just shot another nice one. I think he went down, but I don't have any idea, to be honest with you. My first shot, I hit him right in the guts, and he hunched up real big. But I think I hit him on the second shot. And I never saw him go out from behind a tree after that other shot. I don't know. I don't see him laying there. But I know I hit him. I know for sure I hit him on the first shot. I think it was guts. I can see him laying down. I can see him dead over there. Oh my God. Ugh. He's dead. He is freaking dead. I see him dead over there. Alright. I was getting really freaking nervous. I was getting so nervous because I knew it was a bad shot. My first shot was a gut shot. And I know you can't see it on there because he just freaking ran right by the camera. That's just part of self-filming, I guess. But that first shot, I hit him bad in the guts, kind of at a slow trot, but he was just right here. So I shot him and shot him again and missed, and then shot him again on the third shot, and I didn't see him go past it. I didn't see him go past that area, but I didn't see him drop either. So I thought, you know, he might be right there, or he may be up in the thicket somewhere going to bed down, because I knew I hit him in the guts bad. But he's dead. We got him. Tagged out in Alabama. It's gonna be fun, a fun kayak trip. We've got like 5 miles of a boat ride. It took a long time this morning going in the fog and in the dark, but today it's obviously not going to be foggy, but it's going to still be a long ride, and it's going to be super heavy, so we're going to have to take our time and be careful. But thank you guys for watching, man. I'm fired up. I'm super excited. I'm sad to be done, and I'm also really kind of sad that I didn't get the shot on camera, that you don't have a whole lot to see of this buck, but it just happened so fast. It was so quick, and he wouldn't stop. He wouldn't stop for me, so I had to just make it happen. That's part of self-filming, though. I mean, I hope you guys will give me a little bit of grace for that. I don't have a cameraman. I'm out here hunting on public land by myself in a new spot, a spot that I've never actually hunted before, so I have
zero idea what the deer even do and how they use this. They kind of did what I thought they would, but it's so thick in here, you just can't see them from a long ways, and so you don't know where they're going to actually come from. So that was fun. That was a good hunt. That goes up there in the books as far as just like overall excitement. So let's go get him. This is my tree right here, and you can see I'm on this slope, and that slope goes all the way back that way. The wind's coming over it like this, and those deer were basically doing what I thought they would be doing. They were just walking the top third of this ridge, and that doe, the way she did, is she was just going to follow it all the way over there and probably go back around that way with the wind going over top of her. Now, the buck that I didn't shoot was standing like right over in there. And probably if I would have sat on the ground, which I actually thought about doing this morning just to not make a whole lot of noise, I probably would have seen him a lot easier and could have got a shot at him, more than likely. But we're gonna go check out this buck that I did shoot. See what he looks like. He should just be right over here. Not too terribly far. There he is. Oh, heck yeah. Look at that. Look at that deer. Not a bad deer at all. He's pretty daggone heavy too. Sweet. That's a good looking buck. Really nice buck. Look at how that blades right there on that G2. Sweet. I gotta figure out what we're gonna do here. That little line right there, that's the deer. That's where he's at. He's up on top of that cliff. And I'm just trying to figure out the best way to get him down effectively without like breaking an antler. Because it's all rock right here. Once I get past this, it's easy. I can see the boat right now, but getting past this is tough. Man, that drag was something else. But man, I can't say too much that I haven't already said about this season. It's been an awesome season. I killed 3 solid bucks here in Alabama and 1 really good one in Kentucky. And I think it all comes down to tree selection. You know, I talked to a lot of guys who kill a lot of deer through the podcast and just through networking and stuff. I talked to a lot of people, and tree selection is everything. You know, today I could have shot this deer with a bow, honestly. Like, he was so stinking close. And honestly, most of the time, that's what I'm trying to set up for. I'm setting up for bow shots. That's just the way my mind works. And so even when I got a rifle in my hand, I'm still getting myself right there in the middle of everything. And I'm super stoked about this deer. I set up on this spot. I've never hunted it before. I hung a trail camera here a couple weeks ago before I left for Missouri, I believe. No, it was before I left for Kentucky. I hung a trail camera in here, and I'm really excited to see what's on it. But me and Dad actually found this spot a couple of years ago during our rutcation, and we climbed that big hill. Last year though, my motor, that 2.5, that motor died, so it had something messed up with the jet, so I had to get it fixed, but I couldn't use it all season last year, just about. So I couldn't get back here again. So this year I decided I was going to come and I was going to hunt it during the rut. And I felt confident that I was going to be able to kill a deer, a big deer in here, just from some of the things that I know about the private property that borders this. And just the way it lays out, as you saw, that slope with this wind on the leeward side was perfect. This big huge drainage that went up, and then kind of a flat bench on the top third of this ridge, and that's what they're using. So I drive it into the mud. I'm sure I talk about it way too much. You guys are probably tired of hearing me talk about leeward side of the ridge and all that crap, but it just works. So I'm jacked, tagged out. I got a 5-mile boat ride. This is going to be my longest boat ride with a deer, so it'll be interesting. Oh, let's get him cleaned up and loaded into the boat.